Hi, I'm Symphoneers, and today we're taking a look at Wraith Tribal in Historic Brawl. We're using Sauron the Necromancer as a commander because there aren't a ton of good Wraith commanders, and Sauron at least kind of integrates pretty well with our themes. He can make a 3/3 Black Wraith on attacks if you have a creature in the graveyard, and that creature will stick around if Sauron is your Ring Bearer, and we have a lot of support for Ring Bearer or the Ring Tempts You in this deck. This deck has kind of two main halves. The titular half is the Wraith Tribal or creature half, mostly built around the Nazgul. I was kind of concerned about how powerful the Nazgul would be. They're great. They're very solid, especially if you have like two or three of them down, and ideally some other generic wraiths or like fill-in wraiths as well, like Universal Automaton. Changeling Outcast is probably the best wraith that isn't a wraith. But yeah, if you have a couple of wraiths on board, basically, and you have, two or three Nazgul, every time the ring tempts you, you are putting two or three counters on each of them. And this deck can have the ring tempt us, two, three, or even more times per turn, so that can make a kind of dorky, shrimpy board very big very quickly. And even if you aren't quite managing to do that, the Death Touch makes them pretty good at stalling, which is handy. The other half of the deck is combo, or more combo-y. We have Bolas's Citadel in the list, and we are supporting Bolas's Citadel, or like getting life off of casting spells, through a couple means. Bantu's Monument and Ayara are the kind of two big ones, as well as Aetherflux Reservoir. If we're trying to do a Bolas's Citadel combo kill, Aetherflux Reservoir is the most powerful 1-2 punch there, but we can also kind of assemble lines using the other stuff. Yeah, that's the kind of Bolas's Citadel is in here to just kind of bulk things out a little bit. I felt that rather than trying to pad out Wraith Tribal super extensively, I would rather have a secondary plan in the list, so that's kind of why that stuff is in there. Aside from Wraith Tribal and Ring Tempts You stuff, we're playing almost every Ring Tempts You card. Not literally all of them, just all of the ones that I felt were, acceptably good. The worst one is probably the Urkai Berserker, because it's just a vanilla 3/2, or almost vanilla 3/2 that tempts you on ETB, and that's fine. Or like, yeah, that's kind of the floor we're working with as far as the ring tempting you goes. So yeah, aside from all of the combo stuff, we have a handful of kind of value cards or Black Devotion cards, and like Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx can help power up Bolas's Citadel turns. Black Market also helps us do big mana stuff, Dread Presence and Karn. Very good value cards on 4, and we have a lot of sacrifice cards to help us churn through things and set up more explosive or more impactful turns, especially if we do have a Bolas's Citadel or something down. Like a Costly Plunder is a great way to get a swamp off the top of your deck and keep the storm turn going. But even if you're not doing full-on like storm kills or whatever, that's kind of our main form of value generating stuff. We have Pitiless Plunderer too, so we can generate some treasures when stuff dies. Yeah, aside from that, Professor Onyx, of course, worth mentioning as a kind of storm support card or something that really helps us dig through our deck, heal up from casting instants and sorceries in particular, etc. So yeah, good couple layers of life gain in there. Haunting Voyage, if we get a bunch of wraiths in the graveyard or whatever, it's a great way to bring them back. You might be wondering, like, hey, you have no mill in the deck, or I think we have literally no mill in the deck. The Ring Tempts You is our primary form of mill. Or rather, Ring Bearer's attacking is, because once the Ring Tempts You gets to level 2, each attack you will draw a card, then discard a card. You will often want to discard like some Nazgul or something, and then Haunting Voyage them all back to the battlefield and produce a really big scary board really quickly. That's kind of the idea of some of the reanimation stuff anyway. Or like if you have to eat a Nazgul with one of our sacrifice spells like Costly Plunder, you can get it back with that stuff, and yeah, it's all good. Aside from that, a bunch of generic tribal support I kind of vaguely gestured at. We have a little bit of acceleration and stuff in like Dark Ritual, and kind of the standard 2-mana accelerants. Mishra's Bauble just to make everything a little bit more consistent. Takenuma for... we do have a little bit of mill in Takenuma. Or one thing that is technically self-mill, and then some, more big black mana cards in Cabal Stronghold. And Lochthwain is also just a really nice utility land. And I think that more or less covers the deck, or like that's kind of all of the major plans. Yeah, if you like the deck tech, like the video, I will say, but like, subscribe, etc. Click all the buttons. This has been the worst month for content since I started the channel. I don't know if that's weird to mention, but yeah, even aside from algorithm stuff, I personally appreciate it. Help me be less anxious about doing YouTube things. Thanks. Yeah, I'm honestly, the main motivator to get this video out at all is just like Patreon patrons and YouTube members. Thanks to the folks who, you know, support my work directly with money. It helps, especially during months like this. I might be doing a Street Fighter 6 video after this, and then I don't know what I'm doing, but anyway. That's enough rambling, let's get on to some actual gameplay. This hand's actually, it's pretty clunky. It does have Bolus's Citadel. I don't like our early turns is the big issue. I think we free mulligan even though it has Citadel. I am more into this hand. We have Golem, Nazgul, interaction, a bunch of stuff we can do. Let's do the Hagra Mauling here, actually. Just because it always ETB's tapped, and I do think we're looking to play out most of our hand. Boy. I'm just going to Agadim's tapped Fatal Push, actually. Bolt the Bird, as it were. Tap to add 1 mana of any color, sure. Keep bolting those birds! I don't know. Yeah, next turn probably Golem plus Guardian Idol. I guess we could... that's fine. We lose a little bit of ring tempting you value by not having a Nazgul down first, but uses all our mana, gets stuff on the battlefield. Or sorry, Golem happens when it leaves. Duh. Don't mind me. Okay, they wrath away my thing that gets value when it dies. That's pretty fine. Nazgul. Now we'll get some looting stuff to work with, which is nice. Terror of the Peaks is less ideal, or less than ideal for us. Let's do a smash heap before we make decisions, because we'll get some looting. Okay, easy decision then. Yeah, Terror of the Peaks goes bye-bye. And play out the Murderous Rider. I think we could hold up the Golem ability to... or no, we can. Anyway, right, it just costs 1 black. So we hold up the Golem ability. And if they, you know, do spot removal or play out another sweeper or whatever, hi, other Atali. Yeah, then we can sack something for value just to finish that sentence. Let's do... Atali can't actually block our ring bearers, so that's a very safe or, like, fine attack. Yeah, so Nazgul attack. Loot, we're flooding really hard, which is not ideal. I think we Sauron here. Play out 1 swamp, I guess, just to hit land drops. You don't really need to keep multiple lands in hand. You certainly can, but we do have stuff in this deck at like 6 mana that we're interested in doing. Refraction Elemental is pretty awkward, so I don't really want them to get that. Village Rites is not what they were hoping to hit off of Itali. This happens. 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Just throw an Nazgul under this and call it a day. Okay. Silly me not playing around the Embercleave, I guess. Would have assumed that they would want to get other Itali out, but they go for this. Refraction Elemental happens. We're kind of fine with that, honestly. Ooh. So we can claim the Precious. The Ring tempts us. We put a counter on some Wraiths. Meow, 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 meow. Sauron gives us a Nazgul. Sorcery speed. Okay, ward, pay 2 life. This is fine, or like, I don't know. I'll just kill the thing. Let's do you. All other things being equal. Brain work better. Clap, clap, click a clap. Swinging for 9. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we have lethal there with the attack. They're pretty fast on the scoop. But yeah, good games to the opponent. Tombadambadambadil. I don't really like this hand. It's just all removal. This list is playing more removal than I've been putting in many lists lately. That's a 1-land hand, so let's not keep that. Keep 6, drop. It's Diabolic Intent or Golem's Bite. Tom Bombadil doesn't tend to play many early creatures, at least not in the games I've gotten, versus it's lots of like dirtling around with mana rocks and stuff and playing out sagas and etc. So I think we toss the removal. Let's do the Guardian Idol here, because then we can do Signet plus Metallic Mimic next turn. And that should help us a bit. Yeah, Signet. We could fiddle around with some other stuff. Yeah, just do the Metallic Mimic. Metallic Mimic, choosing Wraith. You choose Wraith for all of the, like, choose a creature type cards in the deck. If that wasn't clear, you can defense the temple, sure. A little bit of acceleration for the opponent. A swamp would be nice. I'll get the Dread Presence down. Could do a Nazgul, too. Just if we do get a swamp, I'd like to be... I don't know if I actually kill the Human Monk. Maybe I do. Tombadambadambadil. One of the few non-swamp lands in the deck, of course, of course. Yeah, so, Inventor's Fair... Let's do... We can do Nazgul, we can do Sauron. We don't have anything in the graveyard yet, which is a little bit awkward. Do the Nazgul here. Ring tempts you. We'll have the Mimic be the Ring Bearer. Does have Skulk. I'm just thinking if I want to Diabolic Intent. Because we do have Grave Shifter in hand that can dig something back up. Citadel is 6 mana, right? Or like we can... I'll bite. This is a little bit weird, but like I said, we have Grave Shifter. This is nice and proactive. Mimic is a good card. I wouldn't usually do that, but it's interesting. Prediguard, they bypass the Remnant proc immediately because they have Sithis. Sure, very good card. We're definitely hoping Citadel will give us some gas to help keep up with the value that the opponent's generating. Nazgul, Citadel, Shambling Ghast, lose life, swamp off the top. We will kill Sithis. Because Sithis is incredibly powerful. Declare black with the Heraldic Banner. That's not as powerful as I would have liked for a Citadel turn, but not bad either. I think we just played defense here. Um... Hmm... Lockthwain's good, although we probably want to play a land off the top of our deck. Sauron the Necromancer helps us deal with stuff a little bit, or like we can also Sauron back the Metallic Mimic, theoretically, but they're going fairly wide, or they've hit their kind of go wide sagas, so. Traxa. Okay. I would assume they put at least one counter on it, because a counter on Atraxa here is quite good. Or, yeah. Steam vents. Yep. They could attack with Tom, I guess. Or they should have attacked with the Remnant anyway, because why not? But, Atraxa proliferating things up. Tom Badom Badom happens there and back again. Okay. So our Death Toucher can't block for a hot minute. Suboptimal. Karn. We do have Inventor's Fair. Although we can't Inventor's Fair and play out the... or no, we can with Heraldic Banner. I am Karn. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Draw a card, lose a life. We can use Costly Plunder to filter. So, sorry, brain. Yes, we can play Aetherflux Reservoir, but then we can't actually... Maybe that's okay that we can't actually storm off this turn. Weird decisions. So yeah, Inventor's Fair tutors for Bolas's Citadel. Okay. Now we're good-ish. Nazgul on top is very helpful for us. No. Part of why Karn is in the deck, even though it's a kind of generic card, or generically useful card, is reveal the top two, but a thing in hand is just a way to filter off top of deck cards and maybe get a Bolas, keep a Bolas's Citadel turn going. The constructs are also just very good. Constructs are extremely powerful, don't doubt the constructs. This is an interesting way in which the two plans that I outlined in the deck tech mesh together of like, sure. Eep. We weirdly don't have any especially good attacks, so I'll just vibe. But yeah, we can, if we storm and do like Turbo Nazgul stuff, don't mind me clunking around, we can get really scary boards really fast. I think with Costly Plunder in hand, we should be able to do some work. Does depend on what they play. Modern Age isn't super scary, so that's good for us. A bunch of Remnant of the Rising Star stuff is happening. I don't know why they're not paying for it. They definitely would have been able to activate its secondary effect by now, like the +5/+5 and trample thing. Don't think they kill me this turn if they do that, but they're certainly closer to killing me. They might have some other play that they're really excited about, but, you know. Idyllic Tutor. 1, 2, 3. We don't have a Bolas's Citadel kill that's terribly exciting here. Binding the Old God, sure. Boo. Don't know that we have a great way to recover from this. All our reanimation stuff is real creature-oriented. Okay. They do untap lands if I do this, don't they? I'm just gonna say no blocks.
I will return.
Proliferate, this stuff happens. We have Nazgul, the ring tempts us. With all the 1/1s they have, it doesn't super matter. Rings go burr, or Nazguls go burr, rather. Don't mind me doing a think. Doing a think. I would like some more cards to work with, potentially. I was hoping for something other than swamps. Bop. Bop. Just Nazgul. Nazgul, we can do some other stuff. Nazgul gives us card draw off of Call of the Ring, which is helpful. Call of the Ring and Phyrexian Arena also reasons why we have all the kind of vaguely stormy stuff. Nazguls go burr, and we're healing up, which is helpful. Sure. Golem's Bite. Love to see it. We'll do this stuff. Oh, hi. Drop a swamp. Opponent blocks all the things, as they definitely should. I wish we'd 1 extra mana, then we could Dark Ritual into a Hogramolly. What are they gonna... That's not optional, huh? Yeah, that's fair. Although their aggression in this board state, or with this board state, is a little bit weird. Just in that I do have gigantic Nazgul to work with and to do some stuff. Golem's Bite, exile it, ring temp 2, Sterling Grove, everything has Shroud, that's awkward. If we had mana open, we could, Golem's Bite. Tiny Nazgul, go bye-bye to the Eldest Reborn. The Shroud's weird. Nazguls go burr, which is cool and good. Very silly. So what are we even doing here? Nazgul. Burp. Call of the Ring does Call of the Ring things. Oh, Ring Wraiths is interesting. It's very mana intensive, which is a little bit awkward. Golem's Bite. We can layer it with Golem's Bite. Awkward thing about doing that is we can't also do some other stuff. So let's... I'm just going to kill Smog, because Smog's a 6/6. And it's gonna help us apply pressure to do other stuff. Add 3, rituals, helps us do ritual things. I probably should have looked at my graveyard more. We probably had a decent Agadeems that I just fully didn't think about. It's fine. Shrink-a-dink. Yeah, I don't... We could do Grave Sifter or Shifter stuff. I feel like at this point, I'm kind of just into gigantic Ring Wraith Scoper. Inherited Envelope, so we can do some more ring tempting. Drop, I don't know, Automaton. It's just not that exciting. Can also get it back with Agadeems. Tombadombadil does Tombadombadil. Gets under them with our Ring Wraiths. They do have a ton of mana off of Smog, which I don't like, but I don't think we had a lot of options. Oh, they didn't assign Tom to the Ring Bear. Duh. That took me too long. Tombadombadil does Tombadombadil things. Really? Fall of Lord Konda. Creature 4 or greater. Nazgul's dodging the Fall of Lord Konda, which is helpful. The phasing of Zalfir. Oh, our Voyage would be great. Haunting Voyage. We do have an advantage here. Our Heraldic Banner making our Phyrexian nerds thick, or, you know, 3/2s. And we have more of them. Most expensive creature in the bin is... Ring tempts you. I choose you. Take action. Ayara. Ayara's interesting. So... yeah, nothing over 4, I'm just double checking now. Nothing over 4. So let's Agadeems for, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, I guess Universal Automaton. A little bit fiddly, but that's fine. I guess I had enough mana to Ayara there, which is a bit of a punt. Although, Wraith. I choose Call of the Ring Fires, we do some stuff. Mind Stone. Then we do Swampland drop once we have... This is why I did the IR punt, as I was thinking about this. Or, like, thinking ahead in the turn. And we can do a Mind Stone here. Aetherflux does Aetherflux things. Do an Inherited Envelope actually over Ayara. Since we've missed the value, might as well get some ring tempting in. I choose you. Call of the Ring. Take action. Pitiless Plunderer. Hup. Let's check the Ring Wraiths here. Because the Ring Wraiths will just immediately pop back to hand, if I'm not mistaken. Burp. Yeah, graveyard to hand. Sterling Grove, our opponent filters for another sweeper, probably. All will be one.
Let us begin.
Waking the trolls, destroy target land. Flux Channeler proliferates. Losing the Bolus's Citadel was annoying. Yes, I'm still stuck on that. Weather Seed Treaty, I have no idea if they can just, like, kill me this turn or not. They can presumably make Tom gigantic, although, do have the Nazgul to Death Touch block Tom. Unless he gets 4 or more counters among Sogs you control. Yeah, not hexproof and indestructible right now because they've been proliferating stuff too aggressively. Oh, they're getting there. Kind of surprised they're not taking out creatures and things. Maybe they just have enough burn to get me. Although we can... yeah. Ayara, do some stuff. The Ring Wraiths can also kill the Flux Channeler, which is potentially helpful. Brilliant Restoration, okay. I might scoop here, because this is just going to be obnoxious. We're extremely dead. Good games to the opponent? That was really long, so I think I'm keeping that in. Shrug, I don't want to have wasted 20 minutes, so, you know. Good games, next. I'll take it. Would like to have something to do on turn 1 or turn 2, but Black Market Connections is just pretty... Oh, that's definitely coming across on mic. It's raining outside. So, you know, apologies if there is rumbling or whatever. Evolving Wilds, Phyrexian Arena's pretty good. Probably do that on turn 3. I'm concerned that the Killian deck just has Oops All Spot Removal. They could be doing more of an Auras and Enchantments type of thing, or like targeting their creatures. Which would make me happy. That is looking less likely. Also, I just hate Billy's Skull Dweller. Or rather, I should say words. Be constructive. Part of why I'm not enjoying Standard right now is I just don't find Toxic or playing around poison counters interesting. Well, yeah, one of the many things I'm not jazzed about with Standard. Draw a card. Don't hit our land drops, I guess. Arcane Signet, Sign in Blood? I would love to hit land drops. Yeah, so we at least get to play out Inventor's Fair. We can get another land drop and Black Market Connections Nazgul, that would be decent. I would like that. Phyrexian Arena gets Minimus Containmented. Kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. Let's Herald's Horn, actually, and declare Wraith. We can still Black Market Connections. I kind of want to do this, although if we're getting beat to death, that might be awkward. We'll hold off on Black Market Connections for now. I'd like to have another, or like some source of healing before I start trying to aggressively Black Market Connections. Or have less stuff to do in hand, I don't know, just different. I'd like the board state to be different. Citizen's Rest, okay. So That doesn't even work with Killian. Opponent, come on. Liliana is interesting. I'm going to black market connections here. I said I made the comment about getting beat to death in black market connections and yada yada yada. They're only dealing 3 a turn right now. I don't think I should be playing around it quite like that. And then Professor Onyx also does give us a slight way to recoup some life. Another thing too is that if they are playing just a pile of removal, I would like the Nazgul or other stuff to eat removal before the Liliana. Inspiring Overseer goes Burr. Bilious Skulldweller does some Bilious Skulldwelling. They don't appear to actually be doing poison things, or like, I don't know, I'll take the hit here. Inventor's Fair heals us for a tip. Cabal Stronghold isn't mana positive right now, but it's pretty fine. Let's do the Make a Treasure Draw card modes. Try to accelerate. So we can do this. We have 2 mana left. Can fiddle around. We can also do what? Sacrifice a creature. Doing a think, don't mind me. I'd like to Nazgul. Also don't know why they didn't attack with Killian, but anyway. Killian has Menace, of course. Do this. Do, Sauron, I think. I'm expecting them to kill something. Big Smashy, draw a card, discard a card. I don't know that I actually like the envelope that much here. It does give us a ring tempting, of course, but we have Sam's Desperate Rescue, and I like hitting land drops with Cabal Stronghold on the field. Or I like playing out swamps, specifically, because it makes us, or puts us ahead on mana. Professor Onyx, Diabolic Intent, okay, so they make it so the Wraith and the whatchamacallit trade, the Inspiring Overseer. I'm trying to think, too, if we can, do something cheeky with Bolus's Citadel lines. I don't know that we can. Our opponent figuring out how to cast their Doom Blades. Whee! I'm not tired of playing into infinite spot removal. You're tired of playing into... Recording today has not been a joy. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 has been fun. Oh, so they are doing poison stuff. Okay. In that case, I'll kill or trade with the Skull Dweller pretty aggressively. I don't get why they're... is Killian just a value play then? Why not attack with the Skull Dweller? Haunting Voyage is fun. Although, because a bunch of their stuff exiled, we're not actually, terribly ahead on life or anything. Or, we don't have a lot of creatures to work with. Rather, let's play out a Swamp. And then do what? We can... Diabolic Intent, we can stall a couple of ways. We can Onyx downtick, take care of Killian, attack with Sauron, get the Nazgul back. That gives us some room to do some things. Let's try something like that anyway. We still have 2 loyalty on Onyx, so the Skull Dweller on its own doesn't take care of Onyx. The Ring Wraith will exile at end of turn, I suppose, which is a little bit awkward. I'm suddenly realizing that, yeah, that and Sam's Desperate Rescue have some weird incentives. It's fine. Or no, the Nazgul takes care of the Ring Tempting. What am I talking about? Bing bong. So that's neat. We could sack the Wraith here, even though it'll stick around because of the Ring Tempting stuff. That might be the way to go, actually. Yeah. Get a little bit of Onyx value. Diabolic Intent makes my computer chug, apparently. Or that animation. Boy, I wish... It's fine. Yeah, Bolas' Citadel, then we can Inventor's Fair for the... Inventor's Fair for Aetherflux Reservoir, potentially. Don't know for sure if we're into that. Infernal Grasp, sure. Our opponent's pile of spot removal goes burr. Will we take Command Zone? We do have Sam's Desperate Rescue. We'll leave it there, actually.
That's it! To the detention bog!
Skull Dweller dings Onyx. Sunset Revelry happens, the opponent draws a card. Bunch of stuff ticks. Deadly Dispute. We have some decisions to make. I think we can... I'm staring at the... I think we have to make the Shapeshifter, or our options get a lot more powerful if we make the Shapeshifter in terms of Bola Citadeling. Doing that stuff. Black Market. Don't love any of these choices. Maybe Hogramauling.
There has to be an answer here.
Cancel, play out the Swamp, which is a little bit atypical in that we would normally want to play Swamp off the top of our library with Bolas' Citadel. That's awkward. We can Aetherflux Reservoir... I've had a lot of problems recording games today, so I think I'm keeping that in. Yeah. Thank you for watching the video, and an extra big thank you to the Patreon patrons and YouTube members that help make these videos possible. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.